Welcome to Eagle Community Tour. Today, we are taking you through a town called Kwahu, Nteso, one of the 17 towns that is made up of Kwahu. Nteso is an old town which has a lot of great men and women. We cannot tour Nteso without showing you the chief residence, Nana Osei Ababio II, probably the chief palace. Now, let's take a look at the whole town. This is a construction of a toilet facility that is being built for the Anglican school, so it's still under construction. So as you can see, there is more developmental projects going on here. This nice building was being built for the people of Nteso, and it was being built by the government. After it was built, the community also helped in one way or the other by building a toilet facility, in addition to the school building.
Anglican JSS so pie Nteso hini adawroma ye gina so aboso adin change
the Anglican school was in a deplorable state due to a heavy wind that blew some months ago. The chief and his biological children renovated the school for this community. This chief is so amazing.
Anglican school ya na mu nyina no wo ha zeri we nye de aban na besan be aban ye no so pai na oman na agina so aboso aye bibia e fa igugu ye nyina oman na agina ho eye sa de ni nyina ye san wo ye nimu yi eye cheap compound.
What you're watching now is a cheap compound built by the chief and the assemblyman, Honorable Kwahu. So now, Nteso can boast of a cheap compound. Residents of Nteso are no more going to travel miles to Tafu and Atibie. The clinic can at least save a pregnant woman who normally gives birth at night.
Nana Osei Ababio adawroma nnyuma oye eso na ye dia yes adi se ekwan na so aban adawroma ye wura mu go se ekwan.
This road is Nteso Road. By God being so good, the road is still under construction. So little by little, Nteso will become the fastest developing town. Contractors are still on the road working.
Now Osei Ababio so buy no. Ne krumu ane light. Bra ne bi ni krumu. Ni na anda. Ne hiri na oba be die wa boa ma light ni na ti say nya light ni bi. Ane na ama ye be ko ba bi a new site a ti say ye chichiri kru ni ko.
According to history, there was no light at Nteso, but with the help of the then assemblyman, the late Honorable Peter Ampedu, and the chief, Nana Osei Ababio II. As Jesus Christ said, "Let there be light," and there was light. They fought a good fight to bring light in the town, and this was somewhere 1987.
Nteso ko Nteso amu kunu na ye na munyi ayi twa kunu e de kire mo so amu akwantu mu akunu ma beboa.
So therefore our great men and women who have traveled to seek greener pastures do well to help us develop our humble town. We can't solely depend on the chief, so please help the chief in terms of financial difficulties, so that when you finally come back to your town, you can also boast yourself.
Kwanya yi ka kire mu enketefa afuruna ise ha na ombefa efa ha kusi abuom ansa onako amati ene enketefa isai aban modemo ene ohini nso mu ane asamre man mu aye na mu a ye wuro mu a masisi o Nteso ega ufuri akoro eko.
These are the contractors on the road. We specifically gave them a comfortable place to keep their machines, and that place was where the primary school was. But we have relocated them to a safe place where they will also feel comfortable to learn, since education is the key to success. We want to use that place for a lorry station and a marketplace as well, because a town without a marketplace and a lorry station is far from developmental project. This story building has been there since ages.
Say monzo mu akwantu na mu hunu se ne ma wi a mo mra na mo meboa e ma fidada ewo wo mu nyina mo hwe na mo mu nua no wo fa no ni nsiesie.
So those of you who traveled, please help your parents and your uncles to help renovate any uncompleted building to help beautify the town, and our name as Kwahu Nteso will also be mentioned in the Guinness Book of World.
Yes, you punto ni bimram. You could ye casa bear na daya wood and the chile, a woman could because he say, a boy person will check this street. Emma be a back quota for the quota for ya. Oh, grab it and go centra. Go centra and on Pesero, a babe. Te babezi yenye ko central wo ha ebenam no so amante so ha esusu empuntunuma ene aban hye na won ye ne bi aba ha.
And then also government can also bring developmental projects for the town. So if a particular town prides itself as a developing town, it depends on the kind of buildings in the town. This place is almost more or less like Coconut Grove. a beautiful place, Stargate Hotel. Now, Nteso can also boast of a nice hotel. It was built by a native of Nteso, who is also the Kruntini of Pepiase. This hotel has thrown more light on the town since most of the government officials also pass by to have a meeting here as well.
Hotel ya you try to chire mu Nteso this year na ono na edi Kwahu Pepiase ekrudi ni ono na ba besi you try to chire mu the say the chief asanso sa be 24 so ka amakuru e ba say aban 24 ni e ono committee bi ni e ya oni timi ba ye kru mu abi so be meeting wo hotel Timi ni catch them mo so mo mbra be boa mo kuru no ye nkoso ye nyina ye chichiri ye kuru no ma na ye fe say tafo Nteso ni ye free air koi Kwahu Tafo road no so
this road leads to Kwahu Tafo, the Tafo Nteso road.
Ye nam kwan so a ne the Tafo anga ufiri wa ba Nteso a onam wura tuom ansa na waba no they say new building and Nteso ekuro no ba bi a chichire a aduru na yetwa e de kire mu na mu hu kuro ni mpuntuo ne nkan ko a yeko sisi That is a man who be Nana Osei Ababio. The Baba Kunsufiane was sick as here.
This beautiful building was built by one of the daughters of Nana Osei Ababio II. This clearly depicts that the town belongs to her father. All this place is a nude site at Nteso. The building are for the natives of Nteso and Tafo, so please come and buy lands here at Nteso.
Building a new site and Nteso Nteso Kru Tafo kwan so anu muhuni nyina manfo dan a woni sisi ye Nteso fo ma ene Tafo fo ma ene won agents ase wa ha esisi dan no ebi na muhu to mo so mo mra na mo meji asase ni bi sisi dan ni bi e ma ye Kru no so me ye kra bebe Say school building ya drew me. I a preparatory school back home.
Where we are now is a preparatory school building, which, by the help of the late Opening Daddy, Nana Osei Ababio II, and a pastor Obin Tufo, a pastor who was transferred here to minister the word of God, here established. The pastor established this school, and now it has become the property of Nana Kuntihine, who owns the Stargate Hotel, Nana Nketia Abuaje. So he's now transforming this school into academy. Now, the school is no more called Bethel Preparatory School. It is called Precious Academy. So all these are also part of the developmental project at Nteso. So practically, we have Nana Osei Ababio II block and Reverend Obin Tufo block in remembrance of this noble chief and the pastor. This is the school canteen and a new toilet facility, which are still in progress.
Ebini actually mo amanfo sisi new building a mo hunu wo capture actually mo picture yi anyina ye Nteso ba bi agro no e tre ko aha ya duri aye Nteso pot
Where we are now is a poultry farm. It is situated at Nteso. It serves the community and its environment so many eggs. This is the reason why we still need more power supply at Nteso, because it's now turning into a big town. So all these buildings are owned by the native of Nteso.
Baby, I am when you are Nteso. New site now, yeah, can be a catcher and Hannah Mamfu, you know, is dying. Yeah, you can hang in archer, but be a crew not say in an HM. Mamma who say Nteso, and you could abuse. Yes, so, yeah, quayin. Eva. be a do a so me. Mine, your friend UK as money. I saw me,
Nteso has a sawmill. The owner of this sawmill is called E.K. Amakun. It's a newly built company situated here, so any kind of food is being processed here. It has also served a source of employment for the youth here at Kwahu Nteso.
Bibia only be quackra. They on workers ni buha only na
See, I am Bubu Anuni Edri. Baby Edri, a funeral grounder. And I'm Nana Osei Ababio, Adaurma.
This place is also a funeral grounds. This place was being done by Nana Osei Ababio II. So finally, we are at the chief palace. Nana Osei Ababio II.
Think you see the best one. Only find a pattern season, but you see carry to me a former uncle. Nana Osei Ababio Adaurma.
Chief Palace now to talk with the chief about the history of the town, what is college going on. So just follow me. Let's go.
So as tradition and culture demands, we have to perform some traditional duties before we can be allowed to start our interview with the chief. So there comes the work of the Ochiami.
Teacher, the Tiamato, when you're on a bicycle, Nanam Pese, a mamu, Arquaba, na Ibisabo Kwanso.
He's asking why we are here to see the chief.
Senior, Ababio, Nteso, Ababio, 7 for you. And I know Babbe, this Edman, when you get on some Abram Sam, you know your point too. Or just require no indeed demand, no come out.
And I'm going to yourself.
It has a jar, it has a jar. And watching the Bonibiania, when one day shall be about a Dima at the amount and Nteso mine. Command and I'm saying, Nimpany said, Mamma Santillo.
So the Ochiami paid with us now.
So I'm not by Nassauati in your office. Why? Nincoma. Let us say,
here comes the introduction of the position everyone held in the chief palace.
And Papa Osei, Nana Jamin, and then Nteso added him, then Nana to the boy. Our office. We did the fellow Pania to Japanese for one job. Go to Kwahu nyinaa yɛ beautiful. No, ɔtɔ so a ɔfra ntoma fitaa no, na ɛfrɛ Nana kesi brɛmpɔn, wɔn Nteso akɔ mo hene. Nea ɔtɔ so enum no a wɔne Nteso kurotini yɛfrɛ Nana Nyambo a ɔtɔ so mmiɛnsa. Ɛna ne wodi wɔ no ɔfra kente a ɔtɔ so nsia no ne ankoma-hene yɛfrɛ Nana Amra no kɔ bi a ɔtɔ so mmienu ne ankoma-hene. And you put out on each year, the Frank Amusu or your iron bar, Nanako Babia on the Kitania Mananico. And now, what typically say, on it, a call, built to a hinny. I find Nana, for say, baby, or to soon you know, you go, na built to him. Mamma has an interest in it. Banana, Madame, Banana Beton, never go in the Achram.
So now, there comes the history of Nteso. According to Nana Osei Ababio II, Nteso is part of the 17 towns that is made up of Kwahu. As I earlier said, the town got its name from River Nte. That is how we got the name Nteso. It's originated from Asante Ayawase, so we went to settle at Kwahu Abeni, and that's where the Kwahu Mahine's chair belongs. So officially, our clan is Bretu. Interestingly, the Bretu clan is being divided into 3 groups. We have the Etna, which is the people of Nteso. Pepiase is Chidomhine, and then Chinrase is Kwahu Rempehine.
I know I will break to the camp. It is so funny, beautiful. I want to come. The Piazza, a Chidom, called Chidom. And the Chinrasi, remember, called Rempehine. And Nteso was what the 2 poor Dahini. To my walk of mine, our family, and Nteso.
We are mostly farmers. Some are also traders who travel to places to trade, especially the nearby towns. We mostly plant edible foodstuffs like plantain, cocoyam, and cassava. Currently,
money from only our country, America, among BC and crime. Ghana,
The population of the town is approximately 4,000 people, including those who have traveled to seek greener pastures. As of our tourist attraction, we do have some here. There is a place called Farman. It's a waterfall that flows from a mountain.
School at dying, I will be not to see any war. Library, school, dear. In your mind, dear. School, no.
When it comes to government infrastructures, we have two big school buildings. We have the school library for the upper primary and the lower primary, an event center, of which we host most of our events there, and then also a chip compound.
Chip center. Because a clinic or cream. And you wore a job of bloom. And when I say, I was a be a say, or ye be no, bit me up a yellow. You will be a problem, Cassie, or how only dear grow, nay, be a. Monday, and it's a maybe soon as a traditional council. And I said,
when there was a time where I found myself at Kwahu Traditional Council, a Deba or a funeral grounds. As one some years back, I went to Omahin mother's funeral. I plead for 1,000 acres of land for a developmental project, and then also for the native travelers and even any native of Kwahu who want to bring a developmental project at Kwahu Nteso, being it a company or a wholesale, which will help beautify the town and also raise the name of Kwahu.
Say a year bibi papa beer, Bema or Kwahu, and Yanimonium, as I send her. The one who walk with children, a conya and the one who said, there was a sea, and Nteso in a car to her. A year 1,000 acres. I year pet to do for Madame Monabegi, as you see at time. At the Yeah, 5 years development plan. Him fear I was see. I can't say Becotubia. The Mumbai Amaya Panya say, Asama, can be drew by beer. I said, Corner, 5 years development plan. I am. Is he everywhere? You bet he said. Secondary school, you know, say, well, go crazy brace, training college, teachers training college.
We have also made up a 5-year development plan for the people of Nteso, which includes a secondary school, a training college, and then also a well, which has served the community for so many years, called Kufra. We want to renovate the well, which will even serve as a tour site, so that when people come around to tour the place, we will show it to them. We have so many lands, which will help complete the aforementioned project. I will use this opportunity to inform interested persons who is willing to come up with a tangible project to come and buy the land, because Nteso land is a litigation free.
Send a plan, say, way, yeah, assassin not to only that. Minimum penny for me be proud of it. Indeed, it was assassin that was from 1,000 acres and a at once. I am 5 years development plan. You want not Sassia, a petraso. He said, Bibi said, teachers training college. I come. You want more Sassia, a cattle. And of a best acres. You know. You go to the and then maybe you'll be by a university, but be by and anyone here. So be by me a year assassin a month. If you need to be, say, one if you share, say one in your and would be a free abroad for be what one person want to boy mobile for. Do you want to the plan or be saying, or then will be seen in and also 1,000 acres and not to hold my own. Yeah, you want to say one baby. I want to be one of the other. The first I can hear so. I bond the work as he say. You enter so assassin. And I said that you have to walk at my ear. You wash here the day and see what and sassy. Tis will be a bed, yes, I see what her. And Cobasso been the metri manson. A free land, near to so. Dear twins are free. Saconya, so beera, a person of ye be. Ian Puntu, say, Medica Maca, say, Fats in obesi. And now say, be beer or person ye be a who say, be no business cassia. Bibini, Ubroni, Ubiara, or penny be a ye a piato. So, challenges, you know, dear. A beneficiary to be anywhere a recording. The challenges
so far, the challenges we have here is the early mentioned infrastructures, which needs an urgent help. So those who are not in town should please help us so that our dream can also come true. There is a lot of people we help. We are also in need of a market, a community center, a lorry park, of which there is a secure land for this project. So currently, our main challenge is our 5 years development plan. Also,
community center, lorry park, complete India. I was for to see a man saying, this is my young was as yet to home.
Bush burning has always been our problem during the dry season. The unknown hunters burn so many farms, which needs urgent attention because they know that the farmers here don't go to farm on Wednesdays. That is a taboo. They come there nicodemously to search for bushmeat, which leads to the bush fire. We are also in need of potable drinking water.
America, the Bay, my yes, and fear bear in Ukraine. And no, not yet. And I'm a dear Kwahu, Mampa Wabi. Yes, with Timua, the Affinia Kuyato, pipe one Casa, a demo in the Drubem Nundian. The Ajamoma and Chapel, baby, a matter of Nteso mine. I ensure one a year day, my performance, no dear.
Concerning the performance of the school and the students, I can't give a vivid information about it. The only people who can give account on the performance of the school and the students is their teachers. So our help for the school now is to build a wall around the school, because so far all the schools are being allocated at one place. So in one way or the other, it will soon become Osei Ababio Complex School.
The event is a complex school. A school bia you want a call sub bia complex in here. I would say Ababio complex school. A school shooting in Aquahim. You be a here on be near one be a mount. The plan on back on. Improvement, you know. See, America says a kind of improvement. You be the idea 1987.
When I was installed as Nteso chief in the year 1987, there was no electricity, and now we have light. We didn't have pipe-borne water, but we have it now. The school was also in a deplorable state, especially the Anglican JHS school, and it has been renovated. So there have been an improvement in my time as a chief.
And dear no son, I buy any MP no abomodi aboa ye ma ye school no foforo adan nyina be ye foforo e penso me di niema bibiri aba na titiri ukura se ye here post akoba bia ye ko sisi adan foforo se kru no ayekese mu atre.
So we now need light poles, which will be allocated to the new site. There is a place which needs water, so it badly needs help. We are pleading for the Ghana Water Company to come to our aid. We also want to renovate the other remaining school building.
Yes, is here, Diana. Let me the alcohol. And a pipe on us. A dropping away from yes, water project for and say, one by buy more. I want to be fair, I want to plan. Or I the bachelor on a boy and soon. I'll call baby. Senior crew, actually, baby, or what? Ne dance you. I lay a dan kusiwo. Ina ye bra me bayi. School down ibo wa na dada. If you to a dan so a boss for floor. School system on a more can. You know, I buy inside that so. I turning only this also. I want to differ for Biaba and I say, Bay for Rubiwo. About Nicasi Muha. A boy, Manquarano. Performance, no dear. You say a Becoswala. Since a bomarding Boaquarano.
If I can, we to me, once I said, you put up and say, we are not my ready on the 12. I'm going to find out.
I am over family, no one crying.
And now Ababio gives more light on how he became the chief of Nteso. According to Nana, he was in Accra when he was called to come because the Breto Clans 2 of Nteso needs a chief to rule. So I went to Abene because the position as a chief became a competition among 4 people, including myself. So finally, in the year 1987, I became the chief of my noble town. Dear
one dear, yeah, boy, make a clan say, I'm a D. Mima,
been a lot of developmental projects in the town for the past 35 years now. I have really done well because I haven't heard of any records like mine.
Kwahu dear. You do a nene, a toss of dear no, you do a call. I'm a whole place. You say a baile. Titi Ukras and turn away. Near to dear a and then my conduces in beer and wine. The amount the concoco.
Because we are farmers, our foodstuffs are being transported to so many towns, especially our pepper. It have even become scarce. So it's been sent to Nkoko. So we have profitably gained from the farmers.
The Nteso for Kani, and I said one of the kind, some unique idea. Yet bringing an another wall. Now, maybe the idea can any group. To me, born with the medical. Then you should go for another, say, do dry this here. They call a light. It's here for cook. Now, Yatum wins your cook. So I could say, yeah, issue. The war by Mona will be great. And a school soon, the Dicamacan. And I know I had that day in a year too soon. I bought a chance for floor. And met less type movie.
I want the people of Nteso to remember me when there was no light. Then also when Kufra was the only source of water for the entire community. But we now have pipe. When our schools was also in a state of dying moment, and it has been revived during the time where we have no special event place to host a program. We have one now. The town is seriously developing, so I can boast myself that through me, there have been a lot of projects.
Your friend, Emmanuel, could you?
My name is Emmanuel Kwajobadu. That was the name given to me by my parents when I wasn't a chief. But the name of my soul is Nana Osei Ababio II. I was born here in the year 1940, 10th October. My biological parents are Penny Kwame Date and Oba Penny Ajuago, all of deceased. I went to school. But when you are from a royal family, you are not allowed to go to school because you have a lot of works at the chief palace. My uncle was the chief as at that time, so my parents didn't want me to go to school because I am from the royal family. I remember there was a village owned by my father called Kufina. That's where my father's cocoa farm was. So there was a certain man at the village, which I went to him to convince my father so that he can send me to school. So my father agreed to send me to school. So I completed at size 7 in the year 1958. I worked as an employee and later built my own business at Accra. So it was then that I was called to be installed as a chief.
1958. We are Juma Brofjuma, produced by an agency. Then for here doing see. And we jay Koya Macassar, when I want to be free, one client, now one, the family be the idea. Me a Christoni. Yes, me. Presbyterian School and 1957.
I was baptized at Kwahu Presbyterian Church in the year 1957. After I completed school, I traveled to work, so I went to a different church, which is called Church of Christ at Nteso.
Church of Christ. About Nteso here. Father of all.
I am a father of all because my elder brothers and sisters' children are left in my care, but my biological daughters are 17, and I have 6 sons, but 2 of my children are dead. By God being so good, some are in abroad working, so biologically, I have 22 children.
No, a man can do 16 ma. And then Barimba 6. You know, free. It is only our now, Sam Query Sabi, Yamia, be a year for the moon gone war. A manoni, only you know. In Korea, you know, they must not buy one number. Last born in the 22 years. Brother, 82.
What is your favorite food?
Jenny, I'm a time of prayer. Brody and Pessy and Kutumbre. And for food.
I really like boiled plantain and contomere stew and fufu as my favorite food.
Active response. I didn't that football.
Really like football as my hobby way back in school. I even played football those days, and I was rewarded when we went to play a football at Kwahu Presby.
Those days, 1957. I'm in the ball book. A head teacher, a cherisca. The Bishia of Jaffa Presby. I said, I am a ward in this watching TV. They had the empire.
Because I don't have strength at this moment, I pay people to weed or farm for me, so it's not all that active.
Actually, because a cat, a cold, a crew, 2 doing soon. The cat go 2 doing soon. No cold by no. I state council. NASA crew doing soon. And I wanted to be called state council. So I've been a friend state council. traditional council.
When we got a state council, only the 17 towns were privileged to go to the state council, but now it is called traditional council. So automatically, Nteso was part of the state council, which will go there to think about Kwahu. Sometimes, the needful help we need to help develop Nteso has been a very tough problem, but communal labor and other group of people do help.
Now, so many animals and that woman. Communal labor. And then Kabumu. I wear a common team. It's me, be it's challenges. Hey, someone can wonder what we're chilling. And that's the one crime. And for a support,
so probably we need the help from natives of Nteso who have traveled, especially those in Accra and abroad, to come help us.
Yes, I see near my room. If you only have a boy, only a just before. Be I may my and you have seen go see for tea and 90 community. I see.
Biblically, the good book says anything that comes from our mouth should be clean. So anybody I come into contact with, I make sure what comes from my mouth will sound good and understandable in his or her ears.
Say, as someone make which in our tears, and not tears. And then wisdom, dear, when you are made a dinner. And if you are here, dear, and you to me, very good. You are a power.
To become a chief is a power from the Almighty God. It is not our strength and power.
And so it's a saying, I make a challenges may be beer, but they are into my 18. Because I have a police for and one tea commodities. This is my 2 years. Because I have a Lydia for 4. So, I am near Popo. Only leader, Papa Bia, yes, leader, Papa Bia.
A good leader always listens to everybody.
So I said, Mamma Cassa, I worry. Now, we never can say, be said, and when I could be a hint, it is 7. Now you're penny back home, the Piazza, and I'm pretty true. Only a coach don't hear.
I paid a visit to a chief, and when I reached there, he sacked everyone around him because he wanted his privacy. So after he called and mentioned names to me, the people we describe them as hopeless can be the people who can tell something about me.
He said, Nipper be a separate, who bulls are hopeless. Mimi, as for him, Mimi, me and sir. He says, only Dinko Moby, afa me ho na sa hopeless man no a me man ye ne say we hopeless e wo ha woni betimi akasem no ama ono ate e be buma amane na so wo ho uni bi wo ha woni nka man nti God uni pa no a wo munu e say woni mi say enye woni fa so bi o ti meka sa ni ba betimi meka to pontin sem ba no ahi ni ne so pa ti me di hera no aso bi ura kadasi e futu titsu ni e ufia ye me man se ka se kronti ni ba ko ba to no wo ha o fimu ase bi o kan me wi mfrida ase if you had na ye won ya kan ye ho abom ti se obi a wa wura adwa no me kan fidi a wasu na wodi ebre age ho o yi ntokuro bi a sabuwa bi famu a ebe yi no na ade afutu o kan se ya wore ye adwa e wo fia nti obi ara hwe ni na ya semo e be kan fia no.
Nana tells a story about a deceased grunting him, who once said we should try to be one people so that whatever we discuss here will never go out in public.
Nti me ka kire mranti na wo kontu ni se wono kan ho mum wo ba bi a wono wo na ya wono mo wa ye ho ne ye ho ni titu kura se yi bi ba bi a wono wa wono fa ho shi mum wa se onyo ko da na oda obu ha wase mfa me ho ayi bi ba ko no ti abonten ni pa hwe na da o di be ba no ni be hu se also say now to the danger mo na say police ne yema ye ni enka ye kurum ha nje so ha ye wonu be hwe ni mpuntu nyuma ni mpuntu e koso mo krofo afuro so no fa bi mra ha na Nteso e ba ye akire ye nka akire bibia wo nyame fam nyame breso ne ye brepa ifasa akonye so Nteso man amrantie ne maba wa e bo kontu ni kombo do ne ye meye ni mra ye krum na won meye ye fata eboa krum yes ansa na me bidi ehena na me bidi ni na me ko Togo kofa nema ko Nigeria kofa nema mini ma na meton bi electricity mo nema titru nhoma no ne nkane ya le kire mi bedi ya ni.
I was a trader before I became a chief, so I traveled to Togo and Nigeria because I trade in electrical gadgets, but I was privileged to visit one of my nephews at America.
Yeah, vacation be and I say, yeah,
I don't normally go on vacation, but I do appoint some of my sub chiefs to stand in for me at any program.
and only a bread, a trap. So, be pointy will be no go you do more. The vacation and Cassandra, intimate person. In fear of common. Na cement me ye poor. Actually, couldn't him. I did say him. Come here. Yes, I know. But charming. Even if I walk, to tell Bishop any form. No one I yet with him. The egg man, dear. Vacation and Cassandra. Or he can be sad to propagation. He says he a boat Biacrana, so he will. No, he is for a penny. You are in fear not to make your myself with your call, vacation. The bad watch I must. They won't make a plan. One tea. Only a war. Yes, and I said, subjects no account. When you be a bit of a Juma so we were community sleep. You can't yet. Come on, you cry. Yeah, no, you knew money off and nobody chill. And you're going to become one.
I have other communities under Nteso. I have Ankuma, Bisu number 1, Abwom, and Apesika.
Being a vision of 1 or 2, and my cry, and a boom was in a Pisca. You will be brave. A shanty swasi. I wasn't penny for what it is super strong. You will, and not if you will. Yeah, him one. You walk with die. You will draw that for you. You will brand up a brand. You will die. You will die your water. You will fulfill. You made that up. So this year, any beer I do with it, as you open say, and you need to mark the BTM. Crony be why you chida, a you quarter. You being chida, you fear that. Make a chida, a bra. And I know you couldn't see her. Now, or could be I want to call a weird thing, I want to be rest. On the Bethlehem. Only sad than it's you. And poor, if you are no a bois, Emma, you never made that war, the Ahiniru, it was an upon you. Maybe I am home, a waffle. Was died, died in the kind. Yeah, young corn, a waffle. Yeah, it didn't say, but I better to me. So, pursue you must school. And I say, we are money beer. Say, they will be a fair. And yet, they be a cookie. She said, before I said, was there a daughter. Was there any Debia? The book was there. I hope we're going to walk after BM. And the Jordan was there any die you did to talk near my war in fear. And so be a debia.
Additionally, we have some days we call Ekwesidai, which is on Sunday, Jordan Fojo on Monday, Nanda Kwabna on Tuesday, Akudaya is on every Wednesday, 4th years on Fridays, Mimendada Pa Saturdays. So every chief pour libations on Sunday as the Ekwesidai. some towns don't go to farm on Wednesdays and Fridays. It is a taboo for them to farm on these days. This is because our forefathers went to war and rested on that particular day.
Honorable Brian Champion. You will have both Dean, sorry. Say a moi. A Bundua or dear Mayan, Woko Mohan, Titri, East High, or your MP, of Wabi.
I said my profound gratitude to my able MP, Honorable Brian Champion, for the developmental project in Kwahu East, of which he didn't neglect me. What should I say? I think I have to say mine. Nteso should have got a portable road during 1999, of which I even fought when I became the chief in 1987. I went to Kwahu, Eastern Region Capital, and even Accra during NDC time for a meeting, and by God being so good, they agreed to give us a portable road, but to no avail. So finally, contractors are on the road, seeing it to it that all my towns will be well served with a better road from Nteso here to Abom, Abisu number 1 and number 2. So let's give a hand of applause to our honorable MP. He has done a lot for us all.
Why you be a man? You don't agree. Maybe dear man.
So, as tradition demands in African cultures, African traditional religions, the ritual of pouring libation is an essential ceremonial tradition and a way of giving homage to the ancestors. Ancestors are not only respected in such cultures, but also invited to participate in all public functions, as are also the gods and God. So they are pouring libation so that the reason we came here and whatever we do, we will endure.
and so Nancy Modiano, Binti Modiano, so done Modiano. As well, it's every morning, and it's Kobe, the bunny beside the about on you when you want one actually. Yentia, good bye. You want to my good be nearby and did eagle. I uncle and whatever a money pass. ya be na na te so ni ni nya ngunyam e ma ye be kwa bruchire e be kwa ma mi anyina e so broni ana bibini o se mi en Nteso Nteso ye kwa o ye sumbi ko on asase ai betimi aye mfuntumua no roba be school dan ni a roba be si hospital roba be si bibia aye ngunyam ya Nteso Ipo be ha ipo be se sane ma ni mpa ya ebu e be kan ni bi akoma be kan ni be na akoma wona ba isi kita isi ka se e be pa asase ye ti ma ti se o ba bi ara wo kuma no o tro bi be ma bi adun so kwa no nye o ba o be ma do a o ne e bo mpa ye bi be ne ma do ni kunu nso e bo mpa ye nso be nye kunu na wo be chente ku ya anu nyam wona na Osei Ababio e so ye bo mpa ye dia sese ni ma dia babedi nya nu nyam mpa je de sumai te ko man no che kana mai ba bol ko kare ko ga sika kwan mi yemfa baba kesi ko jan ko tia fo ye se na kana ko sumu kwa so pe afo
woni kasa
oponi o Boti ni kasiye ipo abehwe se yumadi aidi hu aba nyam mama na wo be wona wo nta ni mbere ma gwenye sika yere wonya aibia no abe nso ma su mba ibona dai na ziga ba bi woni ye sika woni na mgono ko ko obi sika ko ya That's not did the amount Nteso Ababio. I will not do some money. One quantity. I will go to be another. Woman, that's what I know. Epiziana, if you never got them, I don't know why. When it's a company, who may Jim Payas and the pump. Beijing, I kind of
you be a person of your project fee. A young cassa, and answer what did be could be back. A jewel to teach one of which only one kind. And one cassa of a cell here be here. It is assassinate to one man. O Kwahu. Nanka wa ofinte so hade kembe yembra ma yembrantie na mama wona ba ye mimbra ikuru na wona behwe sesi yaje Anglican school no esiho ai ponni na yi school na friwa sesi yaje akuka.
Anyone who is willing to come up with a project, being it yours or lobbying a company for us, you are invited, especially those in abroad. Even if you want to create something for yourself, the wide land is being reserved for all Kwahu natives. But it will be very easy for you being a native of Nteso. The ladies and gentlemen should keep an eye focus of Nteso. Now, the Anglican school is fully fit and it has also been added to the DA school, so all the schools are in one compound. I am pleading on behalf of my town for all the ladies and gentlemen who are native of Nteso to help. I want someone who will stand in and build a market with 27 rooms, and there will be terms and conditions. That particular person can even name the market after his mom or dad. So whoever wants to help, come, because the market plan has a community center and a playing ground for children in it. We already have a cheap compound, so all the natives of Nteso should come in their numbers. They should come and help with their strength, knowledge, and their money to help Nteso.
Nimu die ne mposka mo meboa Nteso enye Ababio
The thirst for potable drinking water at Nteso. This is our well, Kofra. This is the current situation of Kofra. We want all our brothers and sisters, NGOs, to come to our aid to help us renovate this well. Nana and his elders have already paved way for you all to come. We want this well to be part of the tourist attraction in Kwahu. Sustainable development goes 6 beyond drinking water, sanitation, and hygiene, to also address the quality and sustainability of water resources, which are critical to the survival of the people and the planet.
Hello everyone, the wisdom man, the gentleman of Nteso just spoke now. Nanaka said we million more control, million more and kind. If you have to buy Bia, Austria, UK, United Kingdom, Europe, Australia, just if you have to buy Bia, Holland, Nanaka said we. Nana more working can a creme will be at you, or can be cheap, or can be rough. Or for Yamwa, you go from school, I double, Mama one go from family tourism attraction. Electricity extension, a lot of things, development, infrastructure, and as a businessman, company, we are called new, bra, or was I said that home. And if you call for your woman on it, I you won't cry. Maybe a trauma will be on your own to solve a year sunset business. And then I am a fear, dear mamma, we are pleading, and I carry sister with Pidimo, Momna, and Sassit the hawk, or watch a big line the hawk for business, factories, companies, and not schools, university. So my brothers, let's come together and come home. If you any fear, you can't fear, sir. At the moment, we are number one, no team pejant to Sumai, and to Sumai, Baba Cabeshe, and a Yakan Yakuta. Again, O Passasia to an anatiba. Now because I'm to Suniba, I'm here to my ego eye angle. Over to me, I seem so, O Passasia, maybe what Nimam Yakonanaho. The wood daughter will show to my beer, you made me wow, I'm a baby for super call amount. To me, my brothers and my sisters in everywhere, everyone. Greetings from Nteso, Ghana. If you any fear, Moody Mwana Yidrai, to Mommy Pejantaso, to Nema de Cosum, to Yuma Cosum, to Momma, Nteso, Yakabeshe, Dabi, Asasiaban, Yentijai.